You're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Grizzy Gang, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. Glad for you guys to be back. Listen, if you are new to this channel, new to trading, new to the strat, or just struggling in your trading journey, we're going to change the way that you guys trade, okay? The first thing I need you guys to do, though, is go down below, click that subscribe button, and then hit that bell. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day. Okay, this is our watch list for Monday, July 11th, and I send these videos out for you guys every single day. I do a top 5 watch list. I do weekly swings, monthly swings. I've got over 200 plus videos for you guys to learn off of. Okay, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. I put out daily trades there. As the trading day is moving on, I send out setups for you guys to jump into or look at for potential trades, okay? If you have questions, you can comment there. You can DM me there. Don't worry if you think they're silly or dumb. Ask them. I will answer them, okay? Now, I have some important stuff. I've been talking about the trading view indicator that I have, the Griswold Strat, okay? If you're watching this video, it is likely out already, okay? So there's a link in the description below on how you can get that, as well as the Griswold Gold subscription membership that I've come out with, and includes, you know, some one-on-one time. It'll include private Twitter Spaces when that comes out, and until then, we'll just use a Zoom or Microsoft Teams kind of thing for us to all join as a group and talk. There's a bunch of other stuff on there, including it comes with the subscription, comes with the indicator, and then for the month of July, guys, I've got a deal. If you buy your 2-month subscription, I will give you that 3rd month for free. Okay, so go check that out in the link below, and then you can also go check out on my Twitter the pinned tweet. There's all the information you guys will need to know for what's included with everything there. Okay, so that's on my pinned tweet on Twitter. The other thing, guys, with the ads, I like to keep these videos free for you guys, okay? And I don't want to start a Discord and start charging for all this stuff, okay? So in saying that, to keep this here and to not put it in a Discord, let those ads roll through. Go get yourself a drink, go get a snack, come back. Those ads will keep your money in your pocket so you guys don't have to join a Discord with me, okay? I want to keep this information free for you guys as much as possible. So let's get started on the watch list. First one I've got on the list is PayPal. Okay, so PayPal finished with a 2 down and a green. And actually, I should go into this. We click on the left-hand side there. There's the Griswold Strat. Okay, and it gives you this time frame indicator. It gives you these yellow bars painted. It gives you these white bars painted. It gives you the 50% rule on here. I've got it marked off right now, but it's on here. It gives you these candlestick numbers. It gives you these little inside bar, outside bar tabs. Okay? And then it also gives you, when we come across it, I'll show you the highlights for the 3-1 and the double inside bar setups. But PayPal had a 2 down that finished green. Okay? So this color doesn't really matter, but when we're a 2 down and it's green, it gives me probability that it is going to continue to trend up. As well, so does this time frame continuity. Everything is green here, okay? So that gives me probability that this is going to continue to trend up. And if it does trigger at this yellow line, 74.75, that's good confluence that it's going to work out in our favor. And then we mark our targets at the top of the preceding wicks. The other thing I'll mention, this isn't just a 2 down. It is a 1-2-2 reversal is what we're looking for. So they call that a Rev Strat. That's a 1-2-2. It basically is a 2-2 reversal, but it's got this 1 here instead, okay? And then these pink lines, guys, the pink lines represent the weekly swings. So we'll go over that in a different video. But if I go to the weekly chart, we also have an inside bar on the weekly, okay? So I've marked those levels out there. If we go back to the daily, if we trigger on the daily and we hit first targets, second targets, if we hit second targets, we will trigger a 2 up on the weekly, okay? So there's a bunch of setups like this for Monday and on the weekly where they're going to kind of play into each other, and it's going to be a domino effect. So when the day triggers, the week is going to trigger, okay? Let's go to Macys, ticker symbol M. Macys has an inside bar. Actually, Macys has a double inside bar, okay? And remember I told you about those highlights? Here's the blue highlight, okay? And once Monday opens, these will both be highlighted in blue, but now you guys have this blue highlighted double inside bar, okay? So, off of Macys, double inside bars. Let me explain what inside bars are to you guys if you are new. If you've been with me, you know what they are. Inside bars show consolidation within a stock, or we can call them a 1 bar, okay? Show consolidation. They don't break the high or the low of the previous candle. They stay within the range, okay? Now, we've had that for 2 days in a row. It's a rare pattern, and it's a very, very powerful pattern, okay? So if we scroll back and try and find the last time we had a double inside bar, and I like to do this with you guys to show you guys that doesn't always work out, but probabilities tell us that the success rate of them working out is very high, okay? But they are very rare. So we have to go all the way back to October of 2021, and we had this double inside bar, and what happened, it just turned into an outside bar. Okay, so we can go into it and look to see how it developed. Just because it's an outside bar doesn't mean there wasn't a play there. So here, we opened up below the trigger, came up, and hit targets. Okay, hit 2 targets, and then it came back down. So that double inside bar was a successful trade. This, I've maybe only seen one of these ever. A triple inside bar. Okay, inside bar, inside bar, inside bar. We opened up, and again, this was not a great play. Okay, it didn't quite hit targets, and then it reversed. Not saying you couldn't have taken profits there, but that's why I like to show you guys this stuff, to show you that, yes, they are successful, but not all the time. Nothing is foolproof. And if I have to, I'm not even going to go back any further. They're so rare to find these things, guys. So off of this double inside bar, okay, we can look for calls at 1811, puts at 1745. The day is currently red. The week, everything else is green. So if we trend up, on the daily tomorrow or on Monday, then everything's going to be green. Okay, so calls at 1811, first target at the top of this inside bar, then here, then here. And again, these pink lines are showing us that we have another inside bar on the weekly. So again, if we trend to the downside, here and again, this weekly has not opened up yet. So this very well could go down, and we will be red on the day and the week. And that's what I like to see on the day trades. I like to see for sure these two the same color, and then everything else is a bonus. Okay, guys, if we trend down here and trigger and hit first targets, well, our monthly is going to be red as well, okay? So we'll have 3 in our favor, but trigger here to the downside at 1745. First targets, bottom of the wick. Second targets, this pink line, which would trigger the weekly, okay? If you guys have questions or you don't understand, ask below. I'll help you guys out. Starbucks looks like it's a 2 down green. Okay, so another 1-2-2 rev strat, 1 2 down, 2 up reversal. Not great magnitude to the upside here. Okay, I just want to see the high on the inside bar was 79.65, and it's a 2-cent difference. So this magnitude is not great. I'm not overly excited about this play. It would not be on my top 5, but if you want to get into it, triggers at 79.63. Okay, CCL is Carnival Cruise Lines. Carnival Cruise Lines has a inside bar, another double inside bar. Look at this, 2 of them on the daily, okay? So Carnival Cruise Lines, and again, 2-cent difference between the trigger and the target, but we have this weekly target up here off of this weekly inside bar. I know it's a weekly inside bar because I have 2 pink lines, okay? Puts on this one at 901 and then targets at 894. So again, not great targets, but this is going to break to one side or the other. It's not just going to hit this target and then come back down and stay within this range. I think that range is probably too tight for it to happen. So I think we'll have a little bit more room up here or a little bit more room to the downside. We'll just see how it plays out on Monday. Okay, Adobe, ADBE. Adobe has an inside bar, so we can look for calls on Adobe at 391.52 or puts at 383.80. This time frame is all to the upside. Again, the day and the week have to open, so we don't know. And that happens on every Monday, guys. We don't know what these are going to be on Monday. They could be green, they could be red. It's an unknown, so we have to wait for them to open, as Rob Smith would say, okay? That's Adobe. AFRM. AFRM has another inside bar, and there are a ton of these inside bars. Okay, so we can look for calls at 23.62 if we trigger on the day, and we will hit first targets because it's only 4 cents out. We will also trigger on the weekly. That's what this is. So our weekly will be a 2 down, 2 up reversal as well. Puts at 21.45. Amazon, now that they did their split, meaning they came down from their thousands of dollars per share to 115. The premiums on the options are much cheaper for those with smaller accounts. So inside bar on Amazon, calls at 116.58, puts at 113.69. And I said, this is a domino effect. So the weekly also has an inside bar on it. So if we trigger on the daily, we will likely trigger on the weekly to the upside. Okay? So it's a domino effect. We'll be looking to go 2 up on both of these for the day and the week on Amazon. BAC. BAC has a 2 up that finished red. So meaning we only passed the high of the previous candle, but we came down and finished red. So it's a failed 2. We can look for puts at 31.56, targets at 31.48. And then there's a gap here between this candle and this candle. So when there's a gap, meaning there's no candle structure in between here, right? You have candle, candle, nothing, and then candle. That's a gap. So we'll put our target at the top of that candle for the next target, and then the next target would go to the bottom of that same candle. Now there's a few of these on here as well. We're looking for a 2 up on the week as well, a 2 up reversal. Doesn't mean this is going to happen, but we have some discrepancy between the day and the week on what they want to do. So again, this would not be on one of my top 5s just because of that, okay? BBBY is Bed Bath & Beyond. So Bed Bath & Beyond has an inside bar. So we can take calls on BBY at 541, puts at 501, and again, we have an inside bar on the weekly. So we have triggers for the weekly here as well, also represent targets, okay? First targets to the upside, second targets are the weekly on the downside. BIDU. BIDU has an inside bar with a shooter candle, okay? Meaning, or an inverse hammer, meaning we have this big body at the bottom with a big long wick to the top. So calls at 155.35, puts at 150.96. Time frame everywhere is to the upside. And then we also have this purple line, which is our quarterly 2 up. So if we go to the 3-month on BIDU, you can see we have this inside bar currently trying to break this 2 down, okay? So this was our 2 down here, right here. We broke below here. So 2 down, green. We're looking for a 2 down, 2 up reversal on BIDU. Currently inside bar looking to break to the upside. CRM. CRM has a 2 down, finish green. So let's look for calls on this one. Full time frame outside of the day and the week because we don't know. And then again, here's that inside bar on the weekly. So if we trigger at 176.55, our first target is the trigger on the weekly. So look for the domino effect on CRM. DIA 2 up, finish red. We can look for puts on this one at 312.16, but we do have a 2 up or 2 down, 2 up reversal play on the weekly, so watch that on DIA. DocuSign, DOCU, 2 up, finished green. Oh, I am wrong. That's an inside bar, but it's going to be barely. 68.40 and 68.39, so a 1 penny difference. So again, here's the thing, guys. If we trigger to the upside, we trigger the daily, we trigger the weekly, and we can look to go long to the upside on DocuSign, okay? Ford Motor Company, ticker symbol F. We have a lot to get through here. 2 up, red. We can look for puts on this one at 11.48. First target's here. And again, we have that 2 up that we're looking for on the weekly. So, and again, Ford very well could go 2 up on the day and 2 up on the week, okay? GME. GME has an inside bar. So, calls at 132.60, puts at 122.52. Where are we here? The week, the month, quarterly are all green. And again, we have this trigger here on the weekly to go to the upside on GameStop. Goldman Sachs, GS, has a 2 up, finish red, so a failed 2. We can look for puts on Goldman Sachs at 295.19. And again, we have this weekly trigger to the upside as well. IBM. IBM has a, I don't want to say 2 up yet, inside bar, there we go. And again, not by much. So 141.32 is the high on the 2 up there, and then 141.32. So we're exactly even on this inside bar here. So again, if we triggered the day, we are triggering the week to the upside at 141.32, or we can look for puts at 139.82. And that would put our full time frame to the downside outside of the year. Calls at 130, or sorry, puts at 138, puts at 139.82 with our first targets here at this green line. Okay, JP Morgan, JPM 2 up, finished red. We're looking for puts on this one at 113.61, and again, same as we have been seeing with these 2 up that finish red, we have a trigger to the upside on the weekly as well. Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO, has an inside bar. We're looking for calls on Coke at 63.42 and puts at 62.88. We also have an inside bar on the weekly. That's what these yellows represent, or the pinks represent. And if we go to the monthly has already triggered to the upside for us, okay? So we have gone 2 up on the month. So again, this inside bar realistically can go either way, and this time frame is going to move with us, okay? But we will wait for it to open up. Morgan Stanley, ticker symbol MS. So Morgan Stanley has a 2 up that finished red. Let's move this down here. There we go. A few more to go. Puts on this one at 76.40. And again, the day and the week will flip to red here. First target's here. And then our target, or our trigger to the upside here is this pink line is for the weekly, okay? So again, we have that little bit of a discrepancy with the day and the week. Let's see which way it moves. Will the week win or the day win? Swings or day trades. Inside bar on Square, full time frame to the upside, calls at 69.02. If we hit first targets, we are also triggering to the upside on the week for Square. Okay, 69.02 is our trigger for the calls there. TGT, Target. I think Target had an inside bar. It did. We can take calls on target at 150.07, puts at 147.45. Twitter has this big 2 down red. Why did I leave this one on here? It's for some reason. We have full time frame continuity to the downside. I don't know why I left it on here. Maybe for the monthly to talk about that. We've triggered on the monthly, so I left it on there for a reason, guys, and I don't remember what it is. So we will move on from Twitter. I'm going to take it off this day list so it doesn't confuse me. We'll move on to Uber. Only a few left here, guys, before we come to the end. 2 up red on Uber, so let's look for puts on Uber at 21.83. But again, if we go to the week, we have an inside bar on the week on Uber, actually a 3-1 setup. We'll go through that in the weekly plays. So again, if we trigger to the downside here, we've got target set. Our third target is our weekly trigger. And again, this very well might just be a 2-up continuation on Uber, okay? A 2-2 continuation. WFC is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo currently has a 2-up that finished red. And this is what I mean, guys. We can look here, and this is a perfect example. This bar on Thursday was also a 2-up that finished red. So I would have called this out to go down based on probabilities. It didn't. It triggered to the upside again, and we have the exact same thing. Okay, so again, we'll look for puts to the downside at $39.89. And then we also have this weekly trigger to the upside. So a little bit of discrepancy there. WMT is Walmart. Walmart has a 2-up that finished red. We can call this a shooter candle. Puts at 125.15, and then our targets again are just at the bottom of these preceding wicks or the preceding candles, okay? And again, you do see the week currently green, but that was last week, so we'll wait for it to open. This very well could be the day and the week both being green. And again, that's what I like to see for the day trades. XEL. XEL has a, what do we have here? 2 down that finished green. So we can look for calls on XEL. It's XL Energy at 69.88. First target is way up here at 71.65. But we also have this weekly trigger to the downside. And that is looking for a 2-up, 2-down reversal. We'll look at that on the weekly plays. XOP. XOP, 2-up, finish red. So again, we'll look for puts at 116.46. This quarterly purple line is the quarterly trigger. And we've already triggered a 2-down on the quarterly, okay? So 2-up, 2-down reversal on the quarterly already. On XOP, we'll go back to the day. So we'll look for this to have a continuation to the downside, okay? INTC, Intel Corp, 2 down, finish green. So we will look for this to trend back to the upside. Time frame looks great on the month and quarterly that are already green. If we trigger at 38.15, our first target is up here. We also will trigger a 2-up on the weekly, okay? And I said there was a bunch of those plays where we're looking for that domino effect where if we trigger on the day, we will also trigger on the week. This is a 2-up red, so it's a failed 2. We can look for puts at 77.84. Our first target is the trigger on the weekly to go 2 down. Okay, and then this last play I gave for the people who like to trade common shares. We have an inside bar on NNDM. It's a small dollar value, and that's why I picked them, because you have the opportunity to purchase more shares. So again, inside bar, we can look for calls at $3.46. I'm not going to talk about the puts here for you guys because I don't want you guys shorting common shares. But $3.46, and then this is not going to be great for targets. I think we're probably exactly the same. $3.46 is there, so we have to go all the way back, and we are going to look for a target way up here at $3.56. Now, do I think we hit $3.56? Maybe. That's a long ways to go. Is it possible? It is. So make sure we're taking profits here if it reverses on you on a smaller time frame, okay? That's a list, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, that indicator link is down below, or you can go to my pinned tweets, or my Linktree link in my on my profile on Twitter. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Follow me on Twitter. And good luck trading, guys. It's an exciting weekend for us, okay? Good luck. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.